Throughout history, humankind has forged countless tools, weapons, and artifacts, using metal as a symbol of progress, strength, and creativity. From the earliest civilizations to the most advanced societies, metal artifacts have shaped the course of history, offering insights into ancient cultures and their ways of life. These artifacts are not just remnants of the past. They represent the ingenuity of early humans who sought to harness the power of metals, transforming them into objects that were not only functional but also deeply meaningful. Among the oldest metal artifacts ever found are objects that span thousands of years, some even dating back to the dawn of civilization itself. These relics tell the story of early human craftsmanship, ingenuity, and the complex belief systems that guided societies long before written history. In this article, we will explore the significance of these ancient metal artifacts and how they have contributed to our understanding of early human cultures. The birth of metalworking. The transition from stone tools to metal implements marked a pivotal moment in human history. Early humans, first using stones, bones, and wood for tools, gradually discovered how to extract and shape metals from ores. This shift occurred around 5,000 years ago, during the Bronze Age, but some of the oldest known metal artifacts predate even this transformative period. 1. The copper awl of Çatalhöyük, around 7,500 BC. One of the earliest examples of metal use comes from the Neolithic settlement of Çatalhöyük in modern-day Turkey. Excavations at this ancient city have revealed a copper awl believed to be around 9,000 years old. This simple tool was likely used for crafting or carving, demonstrating early metalworking techniques. The discovery of the copper awl at Çatalhöyük challenges the traditional timeline of the Bronze Age, suggesting that humans were experimenting with metal long before the widespread use of bronze. The cultural significance of this artifact lies in its symbolic connection to craftsmanship. In a society where agriculture, trade, and craftsmanship were beginning to take root, the copper awl represents an early step towards specialized labor. It also suggests that early humans were beginning to understand the properties of metals, which would later evolve into more complex metallurgical practices. 2. The copper ingots of the Varna necropolis, around 4,500 BC. The Varna necropolis, located on the Black Sea coast of Bulgaria, is one of the richest burial sites from the early Bronze Age. Excavations here have uncovered a wealth of metal artifacts, including gold, copper, and bronze items. Among the oldest and most significant finds are copper ingots, some of which date back to around 4,500 BC. These ingots were likely used as a form of currency or trade, pointing to the emerging importance of metal as both a commodity and a symbol of wealth. The cultural impact of these copper ingots is profound. They highlight the development of trade networks, the growing role of metallurgy in society, and the emergence of social hierarchies. The fact that such valuable items were buried with individuals suggests that metals were not only used for practical purposes, but also held deep spiritual or ritual significance. 3. The Sumerian bronze objects of Ur, around 2,500 BC. In ancient Mesopotamia, one of the world's earliest civilizations, bronze was widely used for tools, weapons, and religious artifacts. Among the most notable finds are bronze objects from the royal tombs of Ur, dating back to around 2,500 BC. These items include weapons, jewelry, and ceremonial objects that demonstrate the advanced level of craftsmanship achieved by the Sumerians. The bronze objects from Ur are significant for several reasons. First, they illustrate the Sumerians' mastery of metalworking, as they were able to create intricate and durable items. Second, the objects reveal the role of metal in Sumerian religious and social life. For example, bronze statues of gods and goddesses were used in religious rituals, symbolizing the connection between divine power and the earthly realm. The Sumerians also used bronze for practical purposes, such as tools and weapons. These items were essential for daily life and warfare, reflecting the growing complexity of society in the ancient Near East. The use of bronze marked a dramatic leap forward from earlier stone tools, and it set the stage for the development of even more advanced metalworking techniques in later civilizations. The Iron Age, a new chapter in metalwork. The discovery of iron, which began to replace bronze as the dominant metal for tools and weapons around 1200 BC, brought about another revolution in human history. The Iron Age, which spanned from around 1200 BCE to 500 CE, saw the widespread use of iron and the development of advanced techniques for smelting and forging. This era was marked by the rise of powerful empires and the proliferation of iron-based artifacts. For the iron sword of the Celts, around 500 BC, one of the most famous examples of ancient ironworking is the Celtic sword, a weapon that exemplifies both the technological advancements of the Iron Age and the cultural significance of metallurgy in Celtic society. The Celts, who inhabited much of Europe during the Iron Age, were known for their ironwork, and their swords were highly prized. The iron swords of the Celts were not only functional, but also symbolic. They were often decorated with intricate designs, reflecting the importance of weapons in Celtic society. Swords were not just tools for warfare. They were also seen as symbols of status and power. For the Celts, the sword represented a warrior's honor and bravery, and it was often buried with its owner as a mark of respect. The Celtic sword serves as a reminder of how metal objects were intertwined with cultural beliefs. The craftsmanship and artistry involved in creating such swords were just as important as their practical use in battle, making them a reflection of the values and identity of the Celtic people. 5. The Iron Age spearheads of the Vikings, around 800 to 1000 CE. Another fascinating example of ancient ironworking comes from the Viking era, when iron was used to craft weapons and tools of remarkable quality. Viking spearheads, which date back to the 9th and 10th centuries CE, are among the finest examples of iron craftsmanship from this period. These weapons were not only used in combat, but also played a significant role in Viking rituals and burial practices. Viking spearheads were often richly decorated, and their sharp, durable design made them effective in battle. However, these objects also had symbolic value, representing the strength and ferocity of the Viking warriors who wielded them. For the Vikings, the spear was a key element in their martial culture, and it played an important role in their understanding of honor and bravery. The cultural significance of Viking spearheads extends beyond their military use. In Viking burial practices, weapons were often buried with the deceased, reflecting the belief in the afterlife and the importance of honor even in death. The metal artifacts of the Vikings serve as a testament to their martial prowess, as well as their deep spiritual and cultural values. Legacy of metal artifacts. Shaping our world today, the oldest metal artifacts ever found are more than just tools and weapons. They are cultural treasures that offer a glimpse into the lives and beliefs of ancient societies. From the earliest copper awls to the intricate swords and spearheads of the Iron Age.